All right. So I'm going to do the sketchbook tour. Um, it's been a while since I've done a sketchbook tour. And a while since I've done a live stream that is done with my phone camera. So usually when I do live streams on my phone camera, I try to have an tripod set up to keep things stable and that kind of thing. But it's been so long since I last did one of these that I lost the stuff for my tripod to get it to hold my phone. So instead, we're going to do this manually with my hand. Um, so I apologize that things are going to be shaky and that kind of stuff. It's also a live stream instead of a video just because it's easier for me to do it that way. Because otherwise, then I have to go through a bunch of different hoops, and I don't always have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Memory on my devices, so that I can like record it and then edit it and that kind of thing. Especially right now because I'm at home and I'm not at college because of the coronavirus and stuff. I'm home a week earlier for my spring break than I would be otherwise. So instead, we're gonna do it this way. But this is the sketchbook tour that I mentioned. If any of you guys look at my community posts, because it's been a while since I've done one, and I figured why not? I go through a sketchbook about once a month to like a month and a half, about is what I average for sketchbooks. I go through them fast, but not necessarily with high quality sketches. So some of this stuff will just be like really messy, and I apologize for that, but I figure it could be kind of fun. Let's just make sure that we don't show the page with my personal information. At the beginning of every sketchbook, I always write down some stuff so that if it gets found, it can be returned to me. Yeah, it can be hard to finish sketchbooks. I know several of my friends, and they're all art majors, so they all produce really good art. They struggle with finishing sketchbooks. So like, just because you don't finish a sketchbook doesn't mean you're no good. Here, I'm gonna get something that can. Here, we're gonna turn to try to get this at more of an angle. I'm just chilling out on my bed in my room, so yeah, that's a bit better. So this is some art I did. For because I started listening to the Penumbra podcast, which is fantastic. I mostly listen to the Juniverse, so that's what started this. These are notes from. Oh, thank you. These are notes mostly from my different classes. This is for art history. So just like sketches, I sketch a lot. It's hard for me to keep my hands from doing things, so I sketch usually. These are some drawings based on pictures, trying to get a feel for this one portrait I want to do, but haven't made much progress on that. Wolf 359 art, because I still love that. Oh, thank you. I make a lot of to-do lists, so sorry that there's a lot of those. I also am working on this verse novel, so it's like a story, but it's in poetry, written in like poetry. And it's about a Cinderella story where Cinderella is actually a boy and he works in the stables and falls in love with the prince. So if you see I'll have these like just sudden pages of notes because I'm getting critique and information and concepts and stuff from a writing group I'm in. So that's what these are, is just a bunch of notes on that. This is a picture. Oh, thank you. Sorry, thank you, Cinder. I should be using names. I don't know why I'm not using names. I usually am pretty good at using it. Well, I used to be. Oh, thanks. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I apologize for that. Is it Neve? Please tell me if that's right or not. I also post a lot of these on my Tumblr, so if any, or my, up there. Awesome. Glad I got it right. This is more art for that. Oh, this isn't actually watercolor. These are markers. It just does that because they overlapped. Yeah. Okay, are we good now? Let me know if we're good. I'm sorry about that. Internet can be really spotty where I am. So I'm hoping that we're good. Let me know if you start having troubles on your end, and I'll do my best to fix it on my end, but there's not a ton I can do. Oh, now there's 0 viewers. So, to all 0 of you, this is for posterity. I tried going from Wi-Fi onto my data, so that might make it worse, and it might make it better. So, sorry. And sorry, anyone who's watching this after it's been archived, and it's suddenly, like, really bad. And I'm talking to what seems to be myself. Okay, anyway, these is just sketches. That's from a Mob Psycho one. That's a character design. That's from KHR. You can hear but not see? Oh no. Everything's smooth. Okay, I'm gonna keep going then. I'm just gonna persevere. That's a doodle. These are some other like old stuff that I'm redrawing. So I do redrawing sometimes because they just make me feel happy with progress. This is a character of mine. His name is Silas. This is some more stuff for Juno Steel. Juno Steel. Juno Steel. He's just a cool character. More stuff, more homework related stuff. Thank you. More to-do lists. And then I also like coordinate my to-do list because if I just write everything out, it's too much for me, so I have to prioritize them. More Juno Steel, a lion, just cause. I don't remember why I drew that, honestly. That's a Juno Steel, and then this is one of my characters. His name is Marion, and he's for a story that I'm writing. It's in like the 4th draft or something. I have some animatics for it if any of you guys have watched those. I have one specifically focused on him because I really just like Marion as a character. This is a picture I'm actually really happy of with him. I was just listening to Candy Store from Heather's, and so I drew this. And he just looks so pleased with himself. These are one of my friend's characters, so I sketched them out a bit. Juno Steel stuff related to the Penumbra podcast, some Hollow Knight stuff. Mostly just drawings. Nothing too exciting about it. And I try not to have pages with a ton of, I actually haven't seen Umbrella Academy. I'll have to get to that. But I think I've seen the character before. He's like the really famous one. And I looked up stuff for Claws, like the movie, and I got a lot of stuff for the Umbrella Academy, so I'm kind of familiar with who that is. I try not to have pages with too much empty space like this, but they happen still. I have a bunch of characters that are like cowboys, but with they ride snakes, and so here are a bunch of things related to that. I don't know, that was just cuz. I don't know if you can see that really well. Boop. That's a bit better. More snakes. Baby snakes. I was thinking about so sometimes when people are moving like their flock of sheep, they'll have like some of the baby sheep in like little packages on the donkey. And so I was like, what if they're moving the snakes and they have the little snakes and then they have to keep the snakes in a little bag, but then the snakes would have to be like attached somehow so that the little snakes don't slither out. Let's see. Flowers, concepts for the college I'm going to right now. I'm going to have to put on a art gallery that's about something, and so these are some concepts for some pieces to go with that. More art history notes, some Digimon stuff because I was really into that earlier. Some dumb stuff like Sneehaw for the Snake Cowboys. Oh, you're very sweet, human. Notes from geology now. Oh, this is the sketch for a painting I'm working on right now. It's downstairs, so I won't show you how it's coming. But just a painting. So more of the cowboys. This is a pose that I couldn't settle on, so I just let all the things stay where they were and moved on with my life. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you're enjoying this, Cinder. I'm never really sure sometimes whether or not people like this kind of stuff, so. But if nothing else, I figure it'll be nice to, like, record it. This is a character I had, so my college I go to has this thing called Art Talks, where we sit and listen to somebody who's currently in, like, the art community talk about their stuff. And so this is some Art Talks notes. Not notes. I drew these during that, though. Oh, she's shirtless. I'm sorry. This was during a really good Art Talks. I think so, if I remember who this was. So just like this random character out of nowhere and just developed them a bit and then moved on with my life. That's Chara from Undertale. More notes. Oh, thank you. Those are more characters from, it's called Way to Go, Paul is a story. So those are some Way to Go, Paul characters. I have a lot of story ideas. So I apologize that a lot of these are going to be characters or like my guys. This is from a different story idea. This is some character designing that I didn't like where it was headed, so I just kind of stopped. I've been playing the game Tales of Vesperia with my one friend, and so these are some doodles of that. Not very good doodles, though. Yuri Lowell is surprisingly hard to draw. And then I tried to color this, and I wasn't really happy with how that came out, but I really love the character Raven from that game. More Digimon stuff, because I'm really sick of how they sexualize the female presenting characters. And I was like, what if they just gotta wear clothes? Oh, heck yeah. I mean, what is a sketchbook for if not for recording story ideas? Am I right? A sketchbook should not be a sacred place. A sketchbook should be somewhere where, like, everything goes. More Way to Go Paul, more Way to Go Paul characters. Old characters from story ideas I haven't really worked on recently, but I just wanted to draw them. Me with a sword, kind of me with a sword, and then Amity from the Owl House, because I was taking requests on my Tumblr. Jacksepticeye and Cryotic from Devil's Deal, because I was taking requests. I don't really draw them on my own anymore, but every now and then I'll do requests and draw them. Quirrell from Hollow Knight. Some fan Digimon. Human Digimon. That's Eldon from my story Way to Go Paul, and I really love him, and I really like how this picture came out, so we're gonna get a good look at it real quick. More like just full on like self-indulgent, like self-insert Digimon stuff. Oh no, my Tumblr is, oh shoot, I don't have like a writing implement in range. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, this is gonna be all shaky. Wow, because I need to get up and grab a writing implement. But I don't want to show you my messy room. This will probably work. Rawr, sorry. Let's see, we'll write it right here. So my Tumblr is oh, that's gonna go right into that picture. The-east art, and then my personal Tumblr is the-east hunter. I think there's dashes. And then my Instagram is at awesome_11. And this is an underscore, not a dash. And those are my social medias. Oh, thank you. I hope so. That makes me feel really good, human. I hope that it, I don't know, is helpful in some way, shape, or form. I have this one creative thinking class, and we were talking about lists and how lists can spurn creativity and that kind of thing, so that's what those lists are. That's more stuff for my story. That's Leander and his boyfriend, and they're just cute, and they're more characters of mine. More Leander, More Tales of Vesperia. You can tell when I'm panicking because I usually swear in my sketchbook. This is like a little creature guy that I tried to make out of metal for my sculpture class. Didn't quite succeed, but I still have to finish the project, but didn't quite succeed. So maybe I'll come back to him some other time. Sketches. Character design. Self-insert. Actually, that's technically my twin, but same principle. Look, more art history notes. I have to take that test soon. Yay! College. More Digimon stuff, and then we go through a lot of storyboarding for a Digimon thing for In Our Bedroom After the War by Stars. So I did a ton of storyboarding for that. I probably won't ever actually make it, but it was fun to storyboard for anyway. So we'll just like kind of skim through those drawings. Oh, that song's so good, isn't it? It's such a chill song. I don't listen to a bunch of Stars stuff, but I really like what I have listened to. This is some venting during an art talk from a very, very boring person. Other doodles of like foxes and dogs and stuff. I mean, it's a song that's like very, I don't know, it's just powerful. Makes you feel things, you know? Character design, I didn't really like where any of these went, though. Oh, thank you. This is a character design I did like where it went. I just think she looks cool. More stuff. That's like for a fan fiction I'm writing. That's Owl House. The Owl House. I played with acrylics a bit. Because I found my acrylics and then I lost them again after I did this. More Owl House stuff. This is some designing for a box I'm making. So these are the sides of the box. I've made them in like clay, and then I got silicone molds of them, and so now I'm trying to decide how to go about them with the silicone molds and what to make them out of. I keep going between ideas of what I want them to be made of, so we'll see where it goes. Random characters based on, I found the song Comme Susur Tor from Neon Evangelion. And just listening to that song made me want to invent these characters. So for a story that I don't even know what it would be, but I kind of like, the gist is that it's these two girls after basically the end of the world. And one of them is from this world, and then the other one is like, from our world or whatever and came there, I think. I'm not sure. I only drew them like a couple times. Thank you. And so the idea is that like they have like the last of the world's light or whatever and have to find out how to what to do with it. I think I had some more ideas for it, but that was like a month ago. Wow, that's way too long to remember things. More doodles, more sketching. Just for like absolutely no reason. More notes. Oh, this is the last bit of storyboarding I did for my the Penumbra podcast Juno Steel animatic or PMV that I just recently uploaded to the song Mind Electric. That's it, to Mind Electric by Tally Hall. So I did the last bit of storyboarding because I was having a hard time figuring out where I wanted to go. So that's what that is. More of my characters. Drawing them like cutesy. Thinking about my one poetry novel. It's really catchy. I'm really sad that the version of the song on Spotify is like the whole thing with like the first half of it being the reverse and the second half being the actual song, because I'm not a huge fan of the reverse part, and I'm like, I just want to get to the song. So Yeah. Pen doodles, because I don't doodle enough in pen, and that's a fact. Look, it's the rock cycle. It's Big Eyes Magoo, who I just drew with big eyes, because why not? More stuff. Character design. I at least like how this one came off. Thank you. It's supposed to be like a flower person kind of. Again, it's like kind of a fan Digimon design where I'm just like, I'm so sick of these designs being like super sexist. And I just wanted them to be less that. I like how that came out. It was originally going to be part of like this huge picture, but I really only drew that picture of the character Eldon from my story. And then I started listening to Steam Powered Giraffe. So this is kind of the character that's depicted in because each song that from that band has like a piece of art that goes with it. So this is kind of not inspired. This is like supposed to be the character from the art for one of their songs. Steam Powered Giraffe is so good. I just recently found them, and I'm like super in love with a lot of their songs. And it came at the perfect time too, because I was like desperate for new songs. This is kind of a gorier piece. It's for first of all, I was like having a rough day, so that's why that came out. But also, it's supposed to be one of my characters from a different story where he's kind of like caught in a time loop, and he's just like, things are rough. I really like Steam Powered Giraffe stuff, and I think my favorite thing is they have a lot of different sounds. So if you look around, you'll probably at least find one song that you like by them. Like, and I get that probably not everyone likes their vibe, and I'm totally chill with that. But they have so much variety that there's probably at least one out there that you'll like. Sketching, characters, the usual. Dude, when you use pose references, your art just gets so much better. I always try to brave it alone and be like, I don't need a reference, and then I do use a reference like in this picture, and I'm like, nice, that turned out good. I should do that more often. Went ham with a highlighter. These are more Steam Powered Giraffe has this space opera, which is what, if you've watched my most recent video that I just uploaded, it's based on the space opera. Oh, thank you. My anatomy is okay. I super appreciate the comment, but I actually need to work on it a lot, because I fake it a lot. But that's what, not this next semester, but the semester after that, I'll take a figure study class. So that'll be good for me. This is for another one of Steam Powered Giraffe's guys, Delilah Morio, who is like this vampire lady who reaps souls and stuff. And so I just wanted to do a bit of character designing for her to kind of go a little bit more with the steampunk aesthetic, but also she was from like the 1890s, so also taking that into account. And then I did some storyboarding for that song that I don't know if I'll ever get to, but I do a lot of storyboarding, and then I don't always manage to find the time to follow through with the animatics or PMVs that I have in mind. So, oh, this is a cute little guy. I drew him on a whim, and he's supposed to be like the son of the devil. And that's so his eyes and his nose make 666. And I just thought it was cute. And that's all there is to that. Put some watercolor in on these pictures so that they would look pretty. Because, you know, you can use watercolor wherever you want. Don't feel restricted to only using it in watercolor pad paper. As long as don't like let it pool up too much. Some garbage in my sketchbook, because why not? Watercolor is so pretty. It's so hard to use, but it's so pretty. Oh, I should upload that. I forgot about that. Oh, more of the storyboards. So we're gonna kind of skim through these real quick. Storyboard. Oh, look, this was a bad day because I swore. Like I said, I only really swear when I'm having a rough day. Oh, I think this is the day when I remember now. Um, I had a fever, but I still had to go to classes because, like, you just gotta. Watercolor's really hard because you need to learn how to trust the medium. And I'm by no means, like, the master of watercolor. I wish I could do watercolor as good as some of my professors and stuff. But it's so interesting because almost all of watercolor is learning about and learning to trust the medium. Yeah, I didn't always used to draw to vent, but now I do draw to vent. So that's what happens to a lot of my stuff. More things. Just a bunch of doodles, little silly things. Nothing that's like really concrete. Because I fill up sketchbooks, I think I already said this, but I fill up sketchbooks pretty fast, but I don't produce lots of finished art, which is where I'm really lacking, is I need to learn how to take things to a higher, what's the word I'm looking for? Higher quality. I love Animal Crossing, so that's Rover from Animal Crossing. Old characters. Some like drawing ideas. I wanted it to look kind of like a face card from a deck of cards, but I couldn't find any references, so I just kind of went with my heart. And then I was going to do it like as a big picture, and then I didn't. So we move on with life, I guess. Eldon and his love interest. Leander and his boyfriend, and a design concept for Leander because I keep changing it. Oh, I'll have like these times when I'm like hyper focused on Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and then I pull away, and then I hyper focus, and then I pull away. But Animal Crossing New Horizons is almost here. Oh, thank you. You're very sweet, Cinder. What I need to do is I need to upload more videos more often. Except I don't really know what I would upload because I produce what I produce. And this sounds really selfish, but I try not to really play too much to my subscribers because I tried to do that a couple years back, and it really just kind of killed my motivation for a while. So now I try to mostly work on things that I want to work on, and I just hope that you guys will like it too. And if you don't, that's okay. You don't have to like my stuff. My stuff is just there. I don't know. I'll stop rambling. Some bunny doodles, because I just wanted to draw a cute bunny. Bunny with a fox friend, because why not? Some concepts from a fan fiction. I don't really like how this came out, but I think I'd still like to pursue this, like, picture that I wanted. Exactly. Sometimes I'll take requests, though, and then it seems like people feel like I should be obligated to draw what they send in, and I'm like, no, it's a request. So I'll look at it and I'll see if it's something I want to do, and if our like ideas align or if it's something I'm interested in, then I'll pursue it as well. But like, I mean, you're not paying me to draw it or anything. So if you're paying me to draw it, then we can talk. Except I've never opened commissions before. So that's cool. Some random characters I drew because of some Steam Powered Giraffe songs I was listening to. So I actually really like how that guy looks. And then this character developed a little bit more after I drew them here, but I had been thinking about them for a while, so I kind of built off of them. And then because I drew them both at the same time, now they're buddies, I guess. I don't know. Because why not? I tend to have a lot of characters that also have ghosts with them, so that's just commentary on that. some more like sketching out and designing of this character. I figured it'd be like some kind of a sci-fi story where she's haunted by this one ghost or something, and then like I don't know, they're trying to find something or they're trying to obtain. I think they want to steal something. I'm not really sure. I quite like how this turned out too. I tried to draw my character Marion a bit better, because he's a vampire, so he'd have kind of a receded features. I don't know if that's the right word for it. And then I think we're at the end. Yeah, and that's the end of this playlist. Thank you. I quite like her too. I might have a short little animatic PMV. Who cares? Some people get mad at me for calling things that are really like PMVs animatics, but like, who cares? Are the police gonna get me for calling it the wrong thing? I don't think so. But I started working on like something for that. It'll just be like a verse of a song if I do finish it. But anyway, that's this sketchbook. So this sketchbook was from about almost exactly, I think, the beginning of February to just like a week or so ago. So this is about a month or so work. I hope that any of you who watched this live enjoyed it. And I hope that any of you who is watching this in the future enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm sorry it was kind of quick, but it's pretty quick to go through a sketchbook, I guess. If you liked this, let me know, and I have a lot of sketchbooks I've done from like the past couple months that I can crack open and we can look at them. I don't think I have any of them right here at my house currently. I think they're still all at my college dorm, so it would have to happen probably after the next 2 weeks because right now my school is canceled and then I have spring break. So, oh, yeah. I go through sketchbooks too fast because sketchbooks cost money. And so that is way too fast for me to be going through sketchbooks because then I have to buy them again. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a great day. And you guys can always chat me up in the comments of one of my videos or in my under one of my things on my community tab. And I will see you guys all in a future video, probably, because I'll probably do this again. Stay safe out there, and I will see you later. Bye!